Prabhupada ki jai. So today we have a wonderful topic called search for happiness. Before that, I would really like once again as we discuss to open up your mind, open your heart, and just reflect. Around a couple of weeks back, we had a wonderful Janmashtami here, just adjacent to this place. Can you just describe your experience in one word? In one word, please describe your experience. Just think back. You had some expectation while coming to the Janmashtami, you entered the hall, what the experience you had, what kind of sound vibration you had, what kind of the senses that got really realized. Right? So what are the thoughts that comes to your mind? While you entered, or while you were there in Janmashtami, or while you left that Janmashtami pandal. Just one word, yeah, positivity, purity, divine, happiness, culture, ethereal, joy. Excellent. All of your spiritual scientists here. Attraction. Krishna. Yes, he was the center of attraction. Divinity. Spiritual. Awakening of consciousness. Yes. Thank you very much. So, some of you might be knowing that we have been celebrating this Janmashtami for a decade, especially in this area. We used to celebrate our Krishna Janmashtami in our temples. But the mood of Srila Prabhupada and our acharyas is that how we can share this joy of Krishna consciousness, divinity of Krishna consciousness, purity of Krishna consciousness, how we can awaken ourselves. We call it a journey of self-development. Like we call it Atma Gyan. What is that Atma Gyan? And in Sanskrit, the word Atma is defined as a body, mind, intelligence, soul, and super soul. The various levels, this Atma Gyan is being given. And we are here in this journey of discovery, journey of self-discovery, journey of self-empowerment. And yes, as we were sharing, this is all because of the compassion of Srila Prabhupada. So, around 50 years back, Srila Prabhupada, we had gone to London after starting some centers in USA, in New York, in San Francisco, and in Canada, Montreal, and so on. He sent three of his disciples to London to start sharing this process of Krishna consciousness with everybody. And he went there along with his disciples, and he went to a big, marvelous HDS hotel and Oxford Street, and he had an inaugural address to launch this Bhagavad Gita as it is. And his disciples had organized a fabulous program, with nice dioramas, nice prasadam, very wonderfully organized it. And it was really ecstatic because of not only the presence of so many dignitaries there, but also the ambience the devotees had created. And Prabhupada, along with his disciples, they were returning from this hotel to our temple in the Soho Street. And then the devotees, the disciples who were there with Srila Prabhupada in the car, they saw something unusual. What they saw? They saw a couple of drops of tears coming from Prabhupada's eyes. And they were bewildered. What happened? Definitely, right? We don't have any experience of organizing any big programs. We are coming from a very uncivilized background. All of you know that how this movement started. started the preaching to the hippies. You cannot even consider any kind of a culture there. What to eat, when to sleep, how to sleep, where to sleep. They didn't have any culture, and they realized that okay, maybe because of our uncivilized nature, we could not organize the program nicely, and it has really hurt, Swami Srila Prabhupada. And but they didn't dare to ask at that point of time, and then Srila Prabhupada came to the temple. And at that point of time, the devotees, one devotee courageous enough, and then he went to Srila Prabhupada and asked, Srila Prabhupada, please forgive us. Please forgive us. Yes, somehow we could not organize the program nicely. Please let us know how can we serve better. And then Srila Prabhupada said, no, it was really wonderful. I was really happy, how you have really put so much of effort in really inviting so many people, and you had all the organizing management was fabulous. Why Srila Prabhupada, like you were not happy, you thought that you had tears in your eyes? And Srila Prabhupada replied, would you really like to hear that? Because by hearing that, our life will never be the same. Right? Because all of us would really like to, as a desire, a dream, or aspiration, to go to West. To see the glamour, to feel the glamour. But then once the answer, what was the answer he gave? He said that yes, I saw that a lot of people on the street with the aristocratic suit and coat and just sometimes smiling in their face, right? But complete darkness in the heart. How much soul, shallow and hollow is their life? How they are missing the true essence of their life. Just by seeing the darkness within, I pray to the Lord, how can these people be delivered? How can the people of these people all over the world be free from the illusion and have a higher goal in their life? Have the meaning in their life, have the purpose in their life. And what is that? And just to continue, right, of course, once all of you are here, might be thinking that the person may be on the chair, he is some perfect person, he is a siddha. It is not. That's why I want to give the disclaimer also. We are also listener. So please forgive us for any kind of mistakes that you might see. But it's an honest endeavor to present as it is. Yes. Can you have some more colors? Can we have the colors? Can you do it?
Rama ಕಾಡು ವನವಾಸ ಮುಗಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ನೀರು ಕುಡಿಯೋಕೆ ಬರ್ತಾನೆ. ಬಾಣ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ನೀರಲ್ಲಿ ಕಿಚ್ತಾನೆ ನೀರು ಕುಡಿಯೋದಕ್ಕೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫಿಶ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಮೀನು, ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಆಚೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅವಾಗ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಕೃಷ್ಣ, ಏನು ಮೀನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಮೀನು ಡೆತ್ ಆಗಿ ರಕ್ತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾಕಪ್ಪ ಹಿಂಗಾಯ್ತು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದಾಗ
ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ. So if you don't mind, we'll have
ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಾನು ನಿನ್ನ ನಾಮದಲ್ಲೇ ಇದ್ದೆ, ನಿನ್ನೆ ಕಾಪಾಡು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ, ನಿನ್ನೆ ನಾನು ಸಾಯಿಸಿ ನಾನು ಯಾರು ಕೇಳಲಿ?
So
ನಮ್ಮ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಆಗಿದೆ.
Yes. So yes, Hare Krishna. So I will understand that. See, like, please don't mind, right? We have a time for question answer, and all of us definitely have a lot of questions, lot of doubts. That's what we are here.
I'll take 10 seconds to conclude.
Yeah, I understood. Like, yes, of questions. Sorry, sir.
ಒಬ್ಬೊಬ್ಬರದು ಒಂದೊಂದು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಇದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಸೇರಿ ಗಂಟೆ ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಉತ್ತರ. ದೇವರನ್ನು ಕಾಪಾಡೋ ರಾಮ ರಾಮ ಅಂತ ರಾಮನೇ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿರೋದು ಶ್ರವಣ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಕೇಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ. I am here to hear and take the knowledge. I am not here to teach my guru.
Just Hare Krishna. So please. So basically, as we go to an institute, right? As a kids, we send our schools to the institute. Right? Yes, they first learn A, B, C, D, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. right? We cannot directly go to the serpent integration equation or differentiation equation, right? It will take time, and all of your questions. That's what we can guarantee you. Just by reading this Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, so many questions have been answered. It's for sure all our doubts, and that's where exactly we'll be going next, right? What are the questions we might have, and how, right? These teachings can really answer all of them. Let's have some patience, right? That's what I can request all of you, right? We're just talking about our personal life. Yes, we had started this journey maybe around 23 years back, right? While we were studying in IT Delhi. So we're staying in a hostel, and person called Military, I don't know if any of you have been there. And just adjacent to that hostel, there used to be a professor quarter. This professor was Professor P.V. Krishna. He had returned from NASA, USA, and while being there, he had come to our hostel once and had a wonderful topic for science and science. Gyan. What is that? And being a little bit inquisitive, we try to experiment everything in IT. We have so many clubs, so many things. We thought, okay, why not? This renowned professor, scientist is coming. Let's spend some time with him. And then we attended his program, and some of the scientific jargons, was kind of also very tangent to us. But still, what really attracted us is purity, his honesty, his integrity. And then he invited all of us to his simple quarter, right, where he had a beautiful deity of Jagannath Mother Subhadra and husband, wife, along with so many students, how they are practicing this Krishna consciousness in such a simple and a sincere way, right? And on that day, right, I think it was 4th of September 1999, I had that first interaction with Bhagavad Gita. Yes, I had received Bhagavad Gita as a gift during my grade ceremony, during my Upanayana, but that was kept as it is, right? But then once I received this copy, right, and he really encouraged, he really, told it, like, you are, just here, right, and you are, why don't you really try it out? He didn't say that, you must read this Bhagavad Gita or you have your life based on this Bhagavad Gita. He just said, just try it out. And with that, we just started something a little bit. And then with Lord's arrangement, we joined corporate. And as a part of that, we had been staying in Munich, Germany for some time. And there, once again, with Lord's inconceivable arrangement, we stood in a place just next to a ISKCON temple. And as usual, right, like thanks to the arrangement of His Divine Grace, now wherever you go, in any part of the world, in any cities, you will find an ISKCON temple. And you will find so many wonderful festivals, right? Here, maybe, we had Janmashtami, and a place like Bangalore in Karnataka in India, right? Like it's such a pious city, pious place, right? We had maybe around 15,000 people that had turned up. But do you know, my friends, when the Janmashtami is celebrated in London, in a place called Bhaktivedanta Manor, how many people turn up there? Any guess? You have been there? No, you're so wonderful. Usually, how many people turn up there? Yes. We have heard like 60 to 80,000, sometimes 100,000 people come to that. Is it so wonderful? Right, and they have so many programs they organize there. Right, you go to any part of the world now. Right, yes, during that point of time there was also a Rath Yatra being celebrated, and somehow they came to know that we are from Odisha. They said, "Oh, you are from the place of Lord Jagannath. Why don't you say some pastimes of Lord Jagannath? Why don't you talk about Jagannath?" And we said, like, yes, for the namesake, for some, because some piety, we were born in Odisha, but hardly we know about Lord Jagannath, hardly, have faith in Lord Jagannath. But then the people there, like the Germans, the Europeans, right, how they really celebrated Lord Jagannath's Rath Yatra, it's so wonderful, right? Like, with German police escort, right, in the front and the back, and all the devotees singing and dancing. Some of you might have seen the videos, of ISKCON devotees in different parts of the world. Like we have one Swamiji called Rupa disciple called Indra Swami, so he travels in different parts of the Europe and he organizes his festivals called Indic festival, to showcase the beauty and the divinity of our Sanskriti, of Bharatiya Sanskriti. So that's where we started, and in 2006 we relocated, and we have been trying to pursue this journey, and we have been practicing it in this area of ACS layout, Marathali, for so many years. And yes, now we are here together in this journey to bring some values in their life. What is that? All of you might have heard this. Can you just repeat after me? Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya. They talk about how to bring happiness into their life. They said that yes, all of us are in this dark material world, and it is saying that yes, please let's go from this temporary to the real world. Let's go from the darkness to the light. Let's go from this Martya Loka where everybody is bound to die. Right? Let's go to this Amrita Loka, this nectarian Vaikuntha world. Let's bring the happiness and joy, to all the people everywhere, right? Because it's a nature of any living entity. Vedanta Sutra it is said, Anandamayo Bhyasa. Yes, it's a nature of all of us to search for that happiness, to search for that bliss, and to get that bliss, to get that happiness. We have so many queries, we have so many expectations. We have so many baggage that we have been carrying. What are the questions you have while you came to this program? What are the questions you had in your mind? Maybe we'll just take a couple of queries from all of you. What are the queries you have while you came to this program? Because for your information, all Vedic scriptures, there are question and answer. It's not that they are just giving one-sided. Right? Yes, this is the scripture, it offers the opportunity for you to ask questions. Right? And also it offers you how to ask questions also. Right? As you mentioned. And in Bhagavad Gita it is mentioned. Tad vidhi pranipatena pariprasnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnanina tattvadarshina. Yes, you have to inquire submissively. Yes, once we ask the questions, right, as the gentleman said here, at the right spirit and at the right mood, that here we are not here to challenge something, here we are not here to, for a debate or to prove our supremacy, that we are here in this journey. We are just a helpless, and diverted, distracted in so many ways. We are trying to find the light. But what are the questions that you have, right, from the spiritual perspective, right, once we ask this question, some people, say that, how to get the promotion, how to do this and that, but, we should not go to a jewelry store and ask for, okay, what is the price or the cost of the 1 kg of rice, right, or you go to the barber shop and you ask, okay, what is the value of the diamond, right? Yes, once you are coming to the yoga center, once you come into the temple, or once you come into the Gita course, what are the questions you have in your mind? Anybody would like to raise? Yes, please. Yes, you can be seated.
How Advaita is back to Krishna consciousness.
Very good. Thank you very much. Yes, sir.
I want to learn how to be with, how to be in a relationship.
Exactly.
The person, ideal form.
Very good. Very good.
Different ways.
Very good. Like this is a very good question. Right? It's a very, very important question. Right? How to have a great horizontal relationship that we have with every living entities, right? And how do we have the vertical relationship with our superiors and most importantly the Supreme Lord? The relationship is the key that everyone talks about. How do we have the horizontal relationship? Yes, and that should lead to our relationship with the vertically, right? Our superiors with the Supreme Lord. And that Supreme Lord's relationship that we have vertically, that should also enhance our relationship with the horizontal. It should not be that, like, yes, and I am a devotee of the Lord, but I don't have any regard for my family members or the fellow living entities. Yes.
Actually, I'm not complete. So, actually, I want to know I can be equipped with something so that I can deal with narcissist personality.
Yes, very good, very good. We'll kind of how to handle different people, like who are atheist, who are kind of a non-believer, narcissist. Yes, very good. Thank you. Yes, please. Anyway.
I was going through your profile before I came in here, and I know you are also working in an organization at a very senior level. I wanted to know how do we apply this Gita learning into corporate work? Because while it says that you don't worry about outcome, you just do your work, it doesn't necessarily happen that.
Yes, very good question. Like, most of the time, right? Yes, we understand this esoteric philosophies, right? But then how do you really have that practicality, right? Is it always they go parallel and they don't meet? Or is it somewhere that we can really take these principles, whatever Lord has spoken to Arjuna, can you really bring these principles into our own life? Right? In our family life, in our corporate life, in our social life, can you really bring that? And what are those principles are there? And who are those people who have really implemented it and how they have really dealt it? Very wonderful. Thank you. Any other questions? Yes. Any other questions?
How was it indecisiveness? Like, we have dilemmas in life, right?
Yes.
Should we choose this or so we don't know what's our future, right? But then it depends on what decision we make.
Yes.
When you're making that, you just
Yes. Like, we always say that sometimes you go right, sometimes left, right, somewhere left, which is not right. Right? So, how do you have that discrimination power? Right? What is right and what is wrong? And most importantly, it's not only discrimination is important, right? Where we choose between right and wrong, but to follow the right, to get the strength to follow the right. Right? How do you get that? Yes, wonderful.
by making a decision, both looks right.
Yes, and sometimes, both looks even right? Yes and yes, right? How do you choose the kind of the better one? Yes, please.
People say detach yourself from the materialistic world, but I have a family, I need
Absolutely.
money. So how do I attach and then detach at the same time?
Wonderful question. Very good question. What is the good name?
Samaya.
See, that's a very good question, right? Like, even Arjuna, once we go to the next chapter, next time we will hear that. Once we discuss the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna also said that, oh Lord, I don't want to engage in this warfare. It's too much for me. I want to run away. Right? But is it the right solution? Right? Is detachment is the right solution? Right? Lord is saying that the most important detachment is the supreme attachment. Supreme attachment, the Supreme Lord. But how do you get it? Is it that we really ignore? No. As we said, how do you really balance that horizontal and vertical relationship? That's very important. Yes, we'll talk about it. Yes, please. Yes, is it just some kind of word, that is so mystical, but has anybody really got it? Yes, good. Yes, please. Yes. And have we really lost our authenticity? Yes, please. Hari, oh, wonderful question. Thank you very much. Yes. Yes. We'll talk about it, right? Like, once again, how do we really prioritize our life, right? Yes, because most of the time people say that, I don't have time, right? I don't have time for spirituality. I don't have time to go to temple, right? Can we say that, like, before the exam, I don't have time to revise? Before starting a journey, can we say that, okay, I don't have time to fuel my car, right? But then how do we do it? Right? Yes, and it's easy to hear, but then once we see the devotees here, they are not full-timers, right? devotee who was introducing, he is a PhD, right, from one US university. There are a lot of devotees who are working. At the same time, they could really get the time out, right, to serve the devotees here. And how they have been able to do it, right? And you see all over the world, so many devotees, right? Even so many, philanthropists and people of the different, level, they have been doing it. How they have been doing it? How they kind of manage their time properly? Right? It's all about managing your time, making the time. Very good. Yes. All these questions. Yes, please.
Sir, I look for the real purpose of my life, due to the professional life, personal life. I'm not satisfied with this material world. I just want something extra that will connect me with the Supreme.
Absolutely. It's a wonderful question. What is the purpose of the life? Are you here just, right, to, just chill maadi, enjoy maadi, and then just left?
We are not here just to live and die.
Wonderful. All of you are spiritual scientists here. We are so happy to have this, all of your association. Yes, we have so many questions, right? How do I achieve this happiness? What is the purpose of the life? Or, as he said, how to deal with the narcissists? How to, make us believe that there is a Lord, and how do you really, substantially tell them that yes, Lord is there, right? And what is the perfect solution to my life? Who am I? What is my identity? Right? Is there any life after death? Or this is it? Right? Or like most of the people, ask that, okay, what is my duty? Why bad thing happen to good people? Why good thing happen to the bad people? Who is that supreme person? Who is that supreme Lord? Why there are so many religions all over the world? And somebody asks, how do you really get peace of mind? How do you control my mind? Always mind is so chanchala. How do you really harness the potential of my best potential? Right? And yes, what is that real knowledge? And how do you really acquire that? And even if I want to do something, but somebody else is really pulling me away, how can I really control those emotions? How do you really balance my emotions? Right? And how do I really know who is a perfect guide for me to mentor? Right? And where can I find? Right? And as some of you told, right? How can I really apply these principles in my daily life? Right? And we'll try our best to answer all these questions. Is it okay? So yes, before we proceed, yes, we talked about why we search for happiness, because it's a intrinsic property of the soul, intrinsic property of all of us, anandamaya bhyasa. But what we are searching for? What we are searching for? Money. Yes.
We are finding money for happiness.
We are finding money for. We thought that money will give us the happiness. Yes. Health, satisfaction. Yes. Wellness, peace. Yes. But, like we thought that peace, but how? What are the instruments? What are the tools? What are the mediums that we are trying to get this peace, happiness? Right? Search for God. Okay. What are the other tools? We are staying in a 2 BHK, we want to a 3 BHK, somebody 3 BHK, somebody wants a villa, but now somebody is staying in a villa in Epsilon, they want something else. So, yes, or we want to, people used to have a kind of vacation now in India and they want to have international vacation, right? Or now, what is that? iPhone 14, right? Right? That's like we are always looking for some things. Like maybe this thing or that thing, that will really kind of give you some happiness, right? And nowadays, what is happening, right? We are, a lot of people are very conscious about weight loss. What they do? What they do? They get this formula. Yes, because we are so much addicted, right? Like our mobile or digital devices. Somebody get that formula. You click your mouse 6 million times and you lose 2 pounds of weight per day. And there is one wonderful, some of you might not be able to read it. This is the first dating of one couple, right? Their friends. They said, "Oh, I had really great time tonight." Me too, Brandy. You are so much nicer in person than online. Oh my God, so are you? I am so gonna post, our date in Facebook, right? So we feel that sometimes, we are much more nicer, sometimes online, sometimes, our dates are also, first date, through the text, right? And even, Lord is also saying, watching from the top, and he's saying that, oh, nowadays whoever coming, right? They are so depressed. Why? Because they are looking for something in the hand. Right? Yes, we are always looking for some things. We are trying to be happy, right? And trying to, like, some of you might have heard this Maslow's hierarchy, to take care of our physical need, to take care of our psychophysical need, right? In so many ways, like it's not only about a roti kapda makan, or not to talk about having a good family life or a good corporate life, right? We know that, like, yes, as a student, right, the dream job is big, manned companies, right, like Meta and Amazon, Netflix, so dream companies, right? But then, what is the search? What is the experience in the search of happiness? What exactly we feel once you really get a new mobile or get a new house, get a new maybe friend? What do you experience, right? Once you get it, or after some point of time?
Search for one more.
Search for one more. Temporary. Yes. Temporary happiness. Yes. See our monkey friend, because we all of us say that we are coming from monkeys, right? So let's learn from this monkey. All of you can see this. We are trying to get more and more and more. Okay. So I believe all of you have understood the essence of this small video. What is the essence?
One more and more. Not satisfied.
We have so many thoughts because all of us have gone through it. Yes. Because sometimes we think that, yes, this is the need. Need. Yes, I want to have some nice food, I want to have a nice house, I want to have a nice car, I want to have a nice job. But we really don't understand when that need get transformed into greed. Right? And then the more we really search for that, hunt for that, then we realize that, yes, that it's not attainable, right? We want the biggest car or the most dream job or the best spouse. Right? Most of the times, right, because of our maybe inefficiency or capability, we don't attain it. And if somebody says that, no, I have the capability, I can get it. Yes, you can get it, my friend. But can you release it? I know some of my friends, who had got the best of the jobs, right? They had the worst boss, the worst lifestyle, work-life balance, or you get a best spouse, you get the worst in-laws, right? Or in so many ways, right? You might say that no, I have the best job, right? And also best work-life balance and a very good ambience. But the more friends, right? Can we sustain it? How many of you think that we can sustain that for forever? Is it possible? I would request all of you to please repeat after me. Yehi sanskarchaja bhoga. Dukkayena evate. Adiyantavanta kaunteya. Nate suramate gudha. Here Lord Krishna is saying to Arjuna, the pleasures of this world, right? Have three characteristics. What? It has a beginning and it has an end. Adi, Anta. Now, whatever the sense pleasures that we really hunt for, right? It is an Adi and it is an Anta. It is a beginning and an end. And it's just a matter of time, right? Because our senses are limited, we cannot enjoy in an unlimited way. We cannot enjoy. And yes, whenever there is a pleasure, we have one more thing as a free. Buy one, get one free. You want for pleasure, and you will also get pain as the byproduct, as a complimentary gift. Can we say that anything that we are searching for will give us only pleasure? This is the qualities, right? And whatever we do, right? However we go, wherever we go, we realize that there is a danger at every step. Padam, padam, yad vipadam nitesa. That's our scripture saying. Right? Yes, the honeybee is working so hard, just a matter of time when the farmer comes to hunt the honey. Right? Fish will be kind of swimming, so pleasantly with family and friends. No point of time the eagle comes and takes it away. And we have realized this during COVID time, and with so many accidents, and everything is going so smooth, and suddenly something happens, and he is no more, she is no more, right? And then yes, all of us go through these problems, right? What is this? Birth, old age, disease, and death. Once we are having this body, means we are having these four things. What is it? Birth, old age, disease, death. Death also called Yamraj, right? Why? B-O-D-Y. Right? Can anybody escape from it? Right? Some of you had asked, like, yes, we want to know something, right, beyond it. Because whoever comes, somebody might say, oh, birth, why it is a problem? Right? Some of you might have traveled in the sleeper coach train, right? If you would have sat in the 72, 71 seats or in the 1, 2, 3 seats, you would have realized the kind of smell that you came. Why? Because it's close to the toilet. Right? The body, this child in the womb, sitting or lying in the womb for 9 months. Right? Something, right? This is now I find the what are the kind of foods taken by mother? The child gets really suffers for that. Right? In the old days, yes, nobody wants to be old. We try to take so many cosmetics, we try to do so many things, right? And disease, all of us have experienced, and then nobody wants to die. We want to live forever. But can any one of us escape, even after so much of advancement, right? In our connectivity, in our mobility, and so on, right? Not only that, right? Our scripture saying there are 3 klesa, 3 miseries, 3 tapa, traya tapa. What are these? These natural calamities that we have just experienced. It is called Adhyatmik, Adibodhik, and Adivaidik, right? By our other living entities, right? By our family members or by friends or boss or who could be, our body and mind. And can anybody escape? Right? We are all trying to search for the happiness, but this is what we are experiencing. It is Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi or this Trayatapa, right? And not only that, most importantly, how this suffering of body and mind is causing to all over the people, all over the world. And some of you might have heard the statistics, right? How so many people all over the world, right? People are suffering from so much of stress, right? And who are the worst sufferers? Anybody? Yes, teenagers. Yes. And we have given the statistics. Highest suicide rate in the world. Do you know which country it is? Especially in the teenager? Mera Bharat. Yes, this is the statistics, right? From the CDS and a lot of so you can really search it. We are not just trying to give a very pessimistic view here. This is a realistic view. Right? This is all happening all over the world. Right? You might have heard there's some shootings in the USA, and we had seen a couple of weeks back what happened in Hyderabad, or what happened in Delhi, or what is happening in Bangalore. Maybe a couple of decades back when we were the students, the teachers used to complain. Right? What do they complain? Oh, students are talking in the back, and students are throwing chalks in the back. Students are making noise. But what are the teachers are complaining now all over the world? Oh, there is a shooting there is a drugs, there is abortion. This is what education is all doing. It's a moment for us to reflect. Are we really on the right direction? And can you do something about it? Yes, it is a problem. Can you just be like ostrich? Just put your head down on the sand and say that, okay, this happens. And what can I do? But all of us can make some difference. We can do it. That's what Mahatma Gandhi used to say, that be the change that you want to see it. Can you make that difference? And Lord has given us that ability. Lord has given us that facility, right, to drive the change, to bring that change in ourselves and to drive that change, all across. Yes, it is possible. Like when Srila Prabhupada went to US, all the people, like as we were discussing, they were hippies. They didn't have any culture, but he transformed them to happies, to the most elevated people, with so much of sanskara, with so much of respect, for everybody. Right? One time, right, one of the disciples of Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada's name is Brahmananda. When he got initiated, he told that you go and take blessings from your mother. And then he went to his house and he rang the bell, right? And he was waiting in the door, and mother opened the door, and she didn't see anything, or she didn't see anyone. What happened? Then she looked down. Her son was lying, offering obeisances. What are you doing, my son? What the others will say? What my son has become. Right? Yes, right. We have really lost the basic values of the life, and it's no wonder there is so much of hollow and sallowness in our life. So I understand some of you have difficulty in sitting. We'll try to see if we can get more chairs next time. Please be here with us for this time. So yes, so what exactly is missing in our search for happiness? We talked about why happiness. We talked about how people are seeking happiness, right? And we experience with so much of crisis, so much of problems. But what is missing?
We stop looking inward.
We stop looking inward. Yes, wonderful.
Virtues and love.
Comparing ourselves to others. Expecting more and more. Living discontent, yes. No, Rachel is giving very beautiful example. He was saying that once a person, on the dark night, he saw that there was one person on the street light, under the street light. He was searching for something, and then he asked, "Oh, my dear friend, I want to help you. Can I do something for you?" He said, "Yes. I lost my diamond ring, and I am searching for it." And then asked, "By the way, where did you lost it?" No, I lost it on the other street. And why you are searching here? No, because there is light here. Right? Why are you saying so? Right? Yes, there is happiness. Right? But the happiness, where we are searching is not there. But happiness is somewhere else. Right? And yes, we'll discover where it is. Right? Now, let's do a quick quiz. Right? What is the difference between the animals and the human beings? They are doing the same thing. They are also eating something. We are also eating in a sophisticated way. They are also sleeping. Sometimes a polar bear sleeps for 6 months. We also sleep in some nice bed, right? They do also enjoy bed, and we also do that, right? And they also defend themselves with the claws and jaws. And we also have some, missiles and some, fine guns and tanks, right? But are we the same then? They are also doing this eating, sleeping, mating, and defending, and we are also doing the same thing. We are saying that they are same. Are we the same? Yes, they are for livelihood. They are for survival. Yes.
Humans are more conscious.
More conscious. What?
Higher order
Higher order of
of thinking.
thinking. Yes.
Intelligence.
Yes, because you know that even. Maybe sometime later we'll discuss about that, like these honeybees, how intelligent they are. Or even the cat at home, don't you think they are intelligent? Right? How do you think that this human being, right, like is different than as compared to animals? We're also doing the same thing.
We can understand ourselves, we can understand others.
It would be nice if we can raise our hands. So that
We can think about our own
You will look for
actions.
validation.
we understand what is good and what is bad, what is right.
Yes. Very good point. Like what she's saying, Samaya, is that animal they walk on instinct. They walk on instinct. But here, as a human being, Lord has given us some discrimination power, right? So if something happens, right, Lord has given us intelligence, think and then act. But most of the times, what do? Act. Right? Yes, wonderful, right? And that's what exactly, right? Let's chant one more verse, from Gita for this. Ahara nidra bhayamai gunam Samanyam eka pasuvi naranam Dharmo hite samadhiko visesho Dharme nahina pasuvi naranam Our scriptures are saying, for both animals and human beings, these four things are saying. Ahara, nidra, bhaya, maithuna. Right? But then, if they are doing the same thing, they can be compared. They can be, just said that they are also the animals. But there is one thing that is a difference. What is that? Dharma. But what is that dharma? It is just kind of offering some flower, or chanting something, or putting some tilak, or going every Sunday or Monday to some place. What is that dharma? Right? Yes. Huh? Dharma means yes, whatever we have been following, as per our tradition, whatever grannies, grandfathers, or great grandfathers they told us. Right? But nowadays the kids, they say they don't want to listen to grannies or the oldies. Right? Or the people say, oh, dharma means just follow the party, let's have party. Right? Because they don't want to follow whatever so-called sane people are doing. And this is the same. To have party, like some point of time in the US also, this tobacco industry, they realized that at that point of time in the 1930s and 40s, right, they were realizing that yes, people all over the world, their market is saturated, because yes, at that point of time all the males were taking a cigarette and smoking, but they saw that there's still 50% of the population, they have not yet become our consumer. So let's advertise in such a way that the other part of the population, who are they? They're females. Right? They can be also our customers. Right? They started a new culture, a counter culture. Right? Somebody might think, oh, dharma means whatever I feel is right. Right? Whatever I feel, whatever I would like to do. Right? But dharma is something which is really like in a lighthouse. Which is infallible. Which are there, as some of you said, with the intrinsic property to ask that higher questions and to understand, yes, Lord has given some ability, some facility. How can we, make use of it? Right? How can you really have that choice muscle, right, within me? How can you, bring that discrimination power, to have a purpose in life, to have the meaning in the life? And to also really understand that I have the ability, I have the power to get the bliss, which is really permanent, which is really ever increasing, which I can really get in a variety, what I can really share with others, right? And how can you bring that choice muscle, to apply that? And how can I really get the determination to really follow that path, right? And yes, our dear friends, as some of you said, right? Yes. Our situation is like a fish out of the water. A fish out of the water, you give nice samosa, nice gulab jamun, a nice rasagulla. A fish will be happy, right? Yes, fish is happy. Into the water. Yes. It is important to take care of physical need. It is important to take care of psychological need. It is important to take care of social needs. At the same time, it's also important to take care of spiritual needs. Just like in a vehicle, you have four wheels, right? Yes, we cannot ignore one. We are not saying that just take care of only one wheel, right? No, you have to take the four wheels and you have to align it. You have to balance it, and that's what we are going to learn here, right? Yes. Otherwise, right? All other things that we really try for, gun for, right? They are like zeros. But then once you really look for the spirituality, it really brings add value. And that zero becomes 10 or 100 or 1,000 or million, right? So then how do you really seek for the eternal happiness? How do you get it? How do you really seek that spirituality? Yes? Surrender, okay? That's a really heavy word. right? We'll go there and try to understand what is that, right? Let's hear from our Prabhupada what he's saying. He said, every one of us searching after happiness, but we do not know what real happiness is. We see so much advertised about happiness, but practically speaking, we see so few people are happy. This is so because so few people know that platform of real happiness is beyond temporary things. It is this real happiness that is described in Bhagavad Gita by Lord Krishna to Arjuna. Like, yes, like Lord is saying, Na tadbhasayate suryo no sasankana pabhabha yadgatwana nivartante tadhama paramam. Lord Krishna is saying that, yes, in Bhagavad Gita, he is talking about, what is the definition of this material world, and he is talking about there is a place which is called Vaikuntha. Kuntha means miseries, kleshas, and where there is no Kuntha, no miseries means it's called Vaikuntha, right? And he is talking about that, right? Please come to me, right? And then you will find the eternal happiness. But the definition of this place is what? Let's chant this very important verse, right? Mamupetya punarjanma Dukhalayam asaswatam Nabhuvanti mahatmana Samsiddhim paramam gata. So here, Lord has defined this material world as a Dukhalayam asaswatam. Right? What is Dukhalayam? What is Madhiralayam? Where there is intoxicants are available. What is Vidyalayam? Where you go and study. What is Devalayam? Where there is a deity. And what is this material world called? Dukhalayam. It's not me saying. Lord is saying. Who is that? It's like a manual. This Bhagavad Gita is like a manual for all the human beings. And Lord is saying that in the manual. This material world is Dukhalayam. But once you come to me, right? This is so wonderful. Where every song, every step is a dance, every word is a song. Right? And once you go there, you will not come back. Right? Yes, he is giving us that this place is a hospital or a hotel. How many of you see that this place is a hotel? We have just come here to enjoy. How many of you say? Yes? But how many of you think that it's a hospital? We don't know where it is, where we are. So our Acharya is saying that we have come here not just to enjoy ourselves. We have come here to purify ourselves, to correct ourselves. We are in a disease condition. We are infected with so many viruses. Right? This lust, greed, anger, illusion. Right? And this Lord has given us the opportunity to get rid of these diseases. Right? And here, we have to first acknowledge that we are diseased. Once we acknowledge the disease, we have to approach the right doctor. Most of the times, that's the biggest problem that we have. Right? We say that, we had gone to one doctor, right? He had that white apron, and he had cheated us, so all the doctors are cheaters. Can you say that? No. Yes! Because somebody wants to be cheated, somebody wants a shortcut in their life, they go to some Baba, and they give something, they do something, they said, he cheated me, so all the, people who are in the spirituality, they are bogus. Right? Yes, Srila Prabhupada used to always say that, right? If you want to get cheated, if you want to do some shortcut in the life, you want to get something cheap in the life, you will get cheated. Yes, you might get something, right? Like sometimes earlier we used to watch movies. If you want to watch movies, you can get trailers free of cost. But if you want to watch the complete movie in a nice place, you have to pay the price. Can I say that, I want to go to this PVR and I want to watch free? No. If you want to watch spirituality, also you have to pay the price for it. And are we ready to come every Sunday and learn about it? Yes. Thank you very much. Yes, right? And Lord is saying that, yes, there are three kinds of people are there. What are they? Bhogi, Tyagi and Yogi. Bhogi are there? Yes, we have come here to enjoy Madi. Just chill. Right? Another people they say, no, neti, just forget everything. We don't have any interest in this world. Right? We cannot be detached. But here, Lord is asking us to be yogis. Yes, in this Aksar Yoga Center, everybody is being asked to become yogis. What kind of yogis? How we can engage all of whatever we have in the service of the Lord. What is yoga? What is yoga?
Joining of body and mind.
Yes.
Union.
Yes, yoga is union. Yoga means union. Right? Yoga means to connect. Yog, they say, right? Do, yog, teen, panch. Right? Yoga is to connect. But what is to connect? Right? Connect with the Supreme. That is a yoga. What is that verse 6.47? Yoganam api sarvesam. Yes, out of all the yogas, right? The supreme yoga is to connect with the supreme Lord. And yes, Lord has given that. How to perform this yoga in this Srimad Bhagavad Gita, right? And there are various steps, various stages of the yoga that we learn. But the one line that all of you can really take home from this class, this Bhagavad Gita talks about, as all of you are discussing, it talks about the art of working. Right? Art of working. Right? For whom? For the Supreme Lord Krishna. Right? Is it that only when we go back to the spiritual world? No, while living in this world. Right? It talks about the Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, and Jnana Yoga. So, this Bhagavad Gita really gives that, and that's what we saw that, right? And we'll be seeing it over the next couple of weeks about how Arjuna's life get transformed, from the stress, anxiety, and depressed to clarity, purity, and victory, right? And that's why he's giving feedback at the end of the Bhagavad Gita. He's saying what? Nasta moha smriti labda tad prasad maya chila stitosmi gata sandeha karisye vachanam tava. Is it that? Yes, right? So how? I don't have any sandeha, right? Yes, we might have so many doubts, so many questions, but at the end of it, we endeavor and we try our best, right, to have you that feeling that yes, all my doubts are clarified. At least I am going in the right direction, right? And that's it's not only the words of Arjuna or Vidura, it is the words of even eminent personalities in the East and West. We talk about Mahatma Gandhi, Albert Einstein, Emerson, Schweitzer, or even our current Prime Minister. Whoever we say that, like they give so much importance to Bhagavad Gita. But we all say that Hindu, but we don't know, right, what is there in Bhagavad Gita. It's so unfortunate, for all of us, right? Yes, we talked about how to seek their happiness by inquiring, by connecting to the higher power. And the second thing is that to connect to the manual that is there in this Bhagavad Gita, to understand the instructions of Bhagavad Gita. And third and most importantly, we can really connect with the Lord in this age through the holy names of the Lord. So the names of the Lord, when we say that Govinda, Rama, Krishna, Madhava, right? We can feel the presence of the Lord. Right? Yes, there are so many ways at different places, different times, how do we connect with the Lord? But in this Kali Yuga, it is Kalau Tat Hari Kirtana. We can realize the Supreme Lord by chanting of the holy name. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Right? Yes. Like as we said, there are so many wonderful examples, so many families, right, who have been following this process and have immensely benefited, right? As you said, like whether in India or somebody could be the model, somebody could be a celebrity, somebody could be an industrialist, right? Yes, this Bhagavad Gita course is all about how to bring the positivity, right, that enthusiasm, have the patience, right, have the divinity in all of us. Right? Once you to summarize it, yes, we can really connect to this supreme happiness by trying to inquiring about the purpose of life. Inquiring, yes, we have been given this facility, we have been given this ability, but let's not make it futility, let's not become fruitless. Let's do something, let's work towards it, let's try to understand. Right? Let's make some effort, ask the same, right, for the kids. Oh kid, you have some nice facility, you're going to a school, you have a nice teacher, why don't you study? That's always the tip of the parents. But then our spiritual teachers, they also ask, oh, my dear fellow living beings, you have been given so nice facility of this human body, you have been given this scripture, you have been given this wonderful facility that your devotees coming forward, bringing prasadam, and they have a nice kirtan, nice way of living, right? They are teaching us. So why not take advantage of it? And they said, Dehatyam sulabam sudulabam plavam sukalpam gurukarnadharam mayanukulena navisvetarikam. Our Acharya is saying that this human body is like a boat and this whole material world is like an ocean. Right? Yes, in this boat we can cross over this ocean. And here in this boat we have also Guru Karnadharam. We have a wonderful captain, right? In terms of the books and our Acharyas who are there. And then there is a nice facility also given to us, right? Like on this Sunday afternoon, coming together. Right, Lord has given us the opportunity to get inspiration from each other. Now, why not take the advantage of it, right, and make use of it, right? And this is how we can really, bring some difference in our own life and everybody else, right? But at the same time, yes, you have to pay the price for it. And what is the price? Without that, it is free.
Commitment. Commitment.
Kindness.
Yes, you got it right. Yes, there is nothing free of cost. We are not saying that you will get this, just free. You have to pay the price. That yes, you need your commitment, you need your time, you need your energy. Right? You really like, please try it out. We don't say that just follow as it is, whatever has been given here. Try it out. We have been trying so many things. Right? Let's try it out. Right? And it's all about that commitment and that consistency. Doing once is not enough. Or doing one thing is not enough. We have to do it for some time. That's what we tell our children also. Beta, for the first time somebody is going to school. Okay, you might not like it, but why don't you go tomorrow? Why don't you go day after tomorrow? Then once you get your friends, once you get so many things, then you will like it. It's just a matter of time because we have been conditioned in so many ways, and that's why maybe we are not able to appreciate at this point of time. Just like a person who is in the jaundice, right? He might not like sugarcane, but the sugarcane is the medicine for it. Right? So let's try it out, right? And then we have to act on it. That's what we call cultivation. Cultivation means you have to make an effort. Right? Yes, some things, there are some theorems, right? Like in mathematics also. We use some theorems to prove something else. But once you go higher classes, we prove the theorems also. So yes, some point of time we say that, okay, why Bhagavad Gita or why chanting of the Holy Name? We'll prove that, we'll discuss that in detail. But first of all, let's kind of assume this, let's theoretically accept it. And then as we go further, we'll be discussing, we'll be churning, we'll be going more in detail about it. Right? But are you really also going to do something once you attend this course? Huh? Yes, thank you. What is your full name? Hariram. Oh, thank you very much. Okay. Yes, definitely you are going to lose three things. Right? Your worry, hurry and sari. Yes, Yamai Suryamanaya Krishna Paramapurase Bhakti Udvyadate Pumsam Soko Moha Bhayapara. Lord is saying in Srimad Bhagavatam, through his associates. He's saying that, once you hear this transcendental sound vibrations, right, your bhakti will arouse in your heart, and these three things, Soko Moha Bhaya, they will run away from your life. You want Soko Moha Bhaya close to your heart, close to your life, or want them to run away? Still you are doubtful. You are not sure. Yes, it's, God has given us that choice. God has given that facility. So let's make use of it. Any questions and comments? So yes, any thoughts, any reflections? Any questions, comments? From whatever we have discussed so far, let's limit our questions or reflection to whatever we discussed. We might have so many other questions that we will try to discuss later. But whatever we have discussed about, that why you are searching for happiness, and what are the ways we are searching for happiness, and what kind of an experience, we go through while searching for happiness. What is missing in searching for that happiness? And then how you can really seek that permanent happiness that Lord is saying in our scriptures, and by our eminent persons in the past and also in the contemporary world as well. Any questions, comments? Yes. Arisa? Yes, please.
Whenever I start to follow something, I have a doubt whether it is the right thing to do. I have a doubt whether it's the right thing to do.
Right thing to do,
So
yes.
I'm coming to Gita class.
Yes.
Many students are not going, or they may have different interests.
Yes.
So now I have a doubt. Should I really go?
Yes.
What is the loss if I don't go? Or what is that I gain? So I have so much doubt even to attend, and this doubt affects my commitment.
Absolutely. Yes. What kind of doubts we usually have, right? Whether, am I taking the right step? Whether, somebody is cheating us? Whether, I have to really lose something? Whether, somebody I will, ask me for something that I have to really lose my valuables, right? But then, right, we need to have some faith. Right? We need to put some faith, right? Like, once you are going in a bus or once you are boarding a flight, right? Yes, you put some faith, what is the guarantee that that pilot might be a terrorist? Right? We are going in a bus or we are sending our children to the school, we don't know who the other students would be there or what kind of a teachers would be there. We are putting some faith. isn't it? Whatever we do it, or you're joining one company, or want to work under a boss, we're putting some faith that at the end of the month we'll get a salary, at the end of the year we'll have some appraisal, right? Sometimes it happens, right? Instead of promotion, we get demotion, right? But we have that faith, something is there. Right? Yes, yes, right? Why don't we have some, not a blind faith, right? But a constructive, logical faith that yes, right? We attended our, let's say, Janmashtami, right? It's just one step we did it, right? And what exactly, right, the investment that I put it and what are the returns I got, right? I came to this program, what is the investment I put it, what is the return I am getting, right? I have to, put the drops and drops and drops. I cannot expect that ocean to come just in one day. That's why it is important for us, all of us. And also, right, another thing is that we hear, right, how do we build that faith? We hear, right, from our scriptures, we hear from the acharyas, we hear, right, from our volunteers. Like, as I said, all these volunteers, they are really well qualified. They can really ask so many questions. They can share their life, with all of you, and then you can observe, right, who are practicing the sincere Krishna consciousness, sincere bhakti, have a sincere purpose in their life. What exactly is their lifestyle? Are they really sitting, right? And then we try to practice a little bit. We hear, we observe, and then we practice a little bit, right? And then we experience it. Right? It's a very, that's what Lord is saying. Sukham kartum abhyayam. This process, is a pratyaksha. We can really realize ourselves, right? And it's a blissful process, right? But yes, we have to pay a price for it. Right? We have to, and we are not saying that you have to pay the price, right, and build, commit for this entire program. Just do it one by one. Just commitment that is, just come to the next program. Then come to the next program, and this is to little bit, bring some difference, right? Bring some positive difference in your life, and then you will see that if it's helping you, please go ahead. If it is not helping you, yes, we are free to explore so many other things. Yes, yes. Does that answer your question? Yes, please. Yes, please. Yeah, that's a good question. So, we are planning to have this virtual facility as well, but right, like the limitations of the virtual association, right, and I don't know how much clarity and how much we really get it, right, but we really encourage everybody to really join physically, right, and what is the schedule? Yes, our program, as you might have seen in the schedule, it starts with kirtan, right, and then we'll have some yoga and pranayams to keep our body, mind and soul aligned, right? And then we really go for prayers of the Lord, and then we'll have one topic of discussion, and that will spend around 1 hour, 1 or 10 minutes, with Q&A, and then, right, we'll talk about, right, practice something, doing something. We'll be chanting this holy name of the Lord for 10 minutes, right, so that we can really connect to the Supreme Lord. Right? And then we'll also have some kids presentation as well. Right, whatever the kids they learn, right, every week in a paralleling of the engage, would love to see what exactly they are learning, what exactly they are doing. So we'd love to see that. And yes, then after that we'll have a nice kirtan. We always want to Madhurena Samapaya. We want to have some dancing kirtan and a dance, and then we'll go for prasadam. Yes, not many things, but yes, we'll try to do it in 2 hours. But maybe today we'll extend 10 minutes more or 10 minutes more. Yeah, this is the plan for 2 hours, 12 to 2. Yes, so this discussion, right, as we said in one of the slides, all the queries will be answered. It will be thematic based, right? So, yes, in next levels, right, we will be talking about chapter by chapter, verse by verse. We have 700 verses, right? And each of the verses, like Pati Sloke, Pati Exare, Nana Arthaka, can go really deep, and each of the verse can take one session, right? At this point of time, our purpose is to really understand the building blocks of Bhagavad Gita. Right? What are the themes of Bhagavad Gita? What are the basic questions that we have in our life? How we can really answer that? And once you get sufficiently convinced, once you get the experience of that, then we'll have the bigger commitment. Okay, let's understand Bhagavad Gita as it is, verse by verse, chapter by chapter. But let's kind of get the basic faith. By attending this, we're planning to have this first level of courses by and then we will go next part. Depending on your enthusiasm, you can proceed further. Yes, I think we had a question here.
Yeah, I had the same question that if I am going to attend by attending this session. So, upon hearing your session, whatever teaching, I'm very happy. And more than that, when we started singing along with Mataji, the chanting, that was a ecstatic moment. So I understood what is expressive, what is happiness. So in next classes and all, if you extend a bit more the chanting and that would be great for us.
Thank you very much for it.
I can't explain. I have forgotten everything that moment.
Yes.
So it would be very helpful for us.
Already we are experiencing. You have come for the first time and you are sharing your thoughts, what you are feeling. Yes, that's what we call Susukam Kartumabhya. We can really experience this by chanting the holy name, by being with the devotees, by doing some little bit of like these activities. We can get so much. Yes, and your inputs are noted and we will try our best to do that. Thank you very much. Any other?
Yeah, so we say recite the mantras, chant the Lord's name and everything. So let's assume the person doesn't do all of this, but he does only good things in life. So what difference does it going to make?
Yes. Like she's asking that we'll follow the rules and regulations. Is it not good enough? Right? Somebody might say, okay, I'm going to follow the rules and regulations of traffic, but we don't know where am I going. Is it good enough? Yes, I need to understand, right? Where am I going? What I am going to do after that? Right? Just following rules and regulations is not good enough. I have to understand for what purpose I am following these rules and regulations. And sometimes the good also seems bad and bad also seems good. Now we talk about
The dilemmas.
yes, the dilemmas, right? Thank you very much. So now we have the kids here. They can share something whatever they have learned. The kids can come forward and they can share something whatever you have learned. Matasis can come forward. So before that, yes, the theme for next season will be something very beautiful. This is based on the first chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. Today was just an orientation session. So we'll be learning some beautiful principles from the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita that we can learn. There's something called patch up or a perfect solution. That yes, we are trying to put a lot of balms over our pains, but what is the perfect way to really get cure of that disease? Right? So we'll be discussing very much in detail based on the learning from Duryodhana, based on the learning from Arjuna, based how Lord Krishna he handles the beginning of the Kurukshetra war, and how exactly the setting happens. We'll be learning from that. So you can distribute the time. Okay, so yes, I think the kids they have prepared some nice drawing, nice coloring, right? So maybe next time we'll have something. Can you anyone of the kids can share? You can raise your hand or raise your paper. What you have done? Wow, it's a beautiful Matsya Avatar. Hare Krishna. Wow, you see this tiny tot, the small kids. Wow, on the back also there is very beautiful. Wow. Thank you. By the way, he's training the kids. She is PhD in Fine Arts, that Mataji. And we really thank that Mataji as well. We will be spending time with us and all the kids. And I get so nicely. So, yes, as we move forward the next part of our program, as we move forward the next part of the program, where we'll be chanting the holy names of the Lord. This is one of our most important activities. As you said, we do kirtan and we do japa. There are two forms of the remembering the holy name of the Lord, chanting the holy name of the Lord. In one form, we really sing the holy names of the Lord by chanting beautiful songs, beautiful kirtan all together. In another way, we take help of these malas, where there are 108 beads are there, and each of the bead, we have to chant the holy name of the Lord. And in each of the beat, as a child call out for the mother, right? We call out to the mercy of the Supreme Lord. Oh Lord, please help us. We are just suffering in this material world. We need your mercy. We need your blessings. Please give us the light. Please give us the strength. We pray out to the Lord. Just like sometimes the kids, they seek the attention of the mother. They seek the attention of the mother. How they seek? The kids are playing and they seek the attention of the mother by calling out, "Mummy, mummy, mummy." Mummy is busy cooking. Mother will come? No. She will give one more toy, play with the toy. And once again the kids start calling out, "Mummy, mummy, mummy, mummy." Then mother will come and give one more gift, one more toy. Because she has to take care of so many things. But once the kids start calling, "Mummy!" Mummy leaves everything else and comes, what happened to my child? So similarly, right, we have to call out, with that intensity, with that sincerity to the Supreme Lord. So as you are receiving these chanting beads, so one of you, right, you can bring one bead. So Mataji, Hare Krishna Vaisali Mataji, like what are the activities the kids did today? You can just.
In 9 days, we are planning to say 10 colors. They will listen to the story and understand why they are in target in this form. After that, they will do the coloring and the shloka recipe. We try at least cover 10 shloka.
Haribo! What is this?
We learned about the
Just a second.
like how he came into the material world, and then we did like this,
One switch on.
and then we did like this, then we did like this drawing about Madhusya Avtara. Yeah. And then we learned like yoga. I think many people would know from the Bhagavad Gita chapter 4, sloka 9. जन्म कर्म च मे दिव्यम् एवं योगैः तत्त्वतः तत्त्वदेव पुनर्जन्म नैति मामेति को अर्जुन। हरि बोल। Upon leaving the body, takes the birth again in this material world, but attains my eternal abode. O Arjuna.
Now everybody wants to tell actually. So then next time all the kids will come and then.
Thank you very much, Mataji, for engaging our kids. Hare Krishna.
Next class there.
Sorry, my kids missed out this program. We'll get it done.
Yes. Sachi ji,
Hare Krishna. Now I will show you how to hold the beat of chant. That's a beat to hold the beat. Leave out this beat, the head beat, the one with the feather on the top. Just leave that beat, the one next to that. Leave this. This is Krishna beat, the top one. Okay, we don't chant on the Krishna beat, we chant around it. Okay, this 108 beats represents 108 Upanishads or 108 gopis of Krishna. So we start on these beats. So you don't use this finger, okay? We hold this using like your middle finger and thumb. Okay, hold it like this. And then we go like after chant one month, every mantra we go to the next like this, rotate like this, down, 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 and reach this point. Once we finish one round after reach this side, okay, we don't cross Krishna and go to the next side. Okay, then we start from second this side onwards. The where we completed, the next round starts from there. If you want to do the second one. Okay, then once we start from here, go like this. Then we start from here and come like this, and then come like this, like that. Okay, we don't cross it. Okay? So let's start with the first mantra. So first we pray, offer our prayers to Acharyas. So then we start with the Hare Krishna. Okay? Just repeat after me. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatadeshatarine. So next mantra, they are the fathers of this Sankirtana movement. There are 5 personalities. So we'll chant those 5 personalities' names. So they are the ones who came to distribute this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. They are the 5 sources. You can say Panchatattva mantra. Panchatattva is 5 tools that God. We chant their names and then we go forward with Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Prabhu Nityananda. Prabhu Nityananda. Shri Advaita. Shri Advaita. So everyone knows, right, how to chant? Any questions? Okay, let's chant. Yes. No, these are like just two like names of the personalities. Okay, the first shloka is about the Acharya Srila Prabhupada. Next shloka is about the father of the Sankirtana, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his associates. Third one is Hare Krishna mantra. The 3 mantras are very easy to memorize. It's not very difficult mantra. You don't need to do too much of Sanskrit. Basically, we can post it since all of you are part of the WhatsApp group. We post these mantras in the WhatsApp group. And also we will next time we'll give you a card having these mantras so that you can use it to chant whenever you get time. So let's start with Hare Krishna Mahamantra. We can chant together. We don't have to Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
because we are getting delayed today. And after that, we request all of you to offer flowers to Lord Jagannath. Here we have a very beautiful temple of Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Mai here. So you can collect flowers and you can offer flowers to the Lord Jagannath, and then you offer your obeisances to Lord Jagannath, and then you go for prasad. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much. I would like to extend our apology to all of you, and we got delayed by around 15-20 minutes. Like I really wish to go maybe to 30 minutes late. Sorry for it. So we'll have a quick look at the offer of Jagannath and then we have Jagannath. So thank you so much for joining us. We expect your participation. Thank you.
Krishna नमस्ते सरस्वती गौरवाणी प्रचारिणी निर्विशेष शून्यवादी वास्तविक शतावरी जय श्री कृष्ण करुणा श्री हरि Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much for your participation. Please have a Krishna. So, sorry for the delay again. Next week we'll try to finish at 1:42 o'clock. Sorry about today, but we got delayed 30 minutes. Hare Krishna.
Just